Hello, good people. Good people. Ooh, let me see. Wait till some people come on here. Hey, everybody. When you get in here, please hit the like. We are streaming live on TikTok and we're on YouTube. So wherever you prefer to look at me, look upside my head at. That's what matters. Hey, Micah. Micah said, just got my orchids. Yes. Sarai. Hey, Sarai. Greetings, everybody. So happy to see y'all here. Again, I am live on here, and I'm live on YT on the tube of you. Okay, this is my first time doing this dual live situation, but I'm here doing it. So if y'all have not subscribed to me on the YT, I don't know what you're doing. Kayla, you just ordered your oil? Yes. Yes. For those of you who are joining, I am Darcel Andre, spiritual teacher, honey, holistic healer, and esoteric teacher. And I am also a psychic seer, and I'm glad that y'all are here. Hey, Nicole. Nicole, what is this? Hey, Nicole. Hi. Hey, K Rains. Hi. Hi. So glad I was near my phone. I'm glad y'all are here. Okay, y'all. So we're going to have a conversation today. We're going to have a conversation today. Hi, Inner Lighthouse. Now, you know you automatically my family, Inner Lighthouse, or Universal Lighthouse, excuse me. Universal Lighthouse, you automatically my family. Okay? So let's get the likes up, y'all, so we could go ahead and start this lesson. Please share this with somebody so they could be here. Okay? Somebody said, I don't know where to watch. I'm about to hopscotch. I know I'm on the YT and I'm on the TikTok. So whichever one. Whichever one. And those who are watching me on YT, do y'all see how my setup is? And I got my chair. Wait a minute. I got my good old chair here. I'm seated. I'm comfortable. Glad to see y'all. So listen, there is an African proverb. There is an African proverb, y'all, that says, what the axe forgets, the tree remembers. Let me say this again. What the axe forgets, the tree remembers. This is very powerful. This is very powerful. Hey, Star C. Star C came to support me on the YT. So if you want to support on the YT, it's a different quality, it's a different experience. I want to say this again. It is what the axe forgets. Let me put this here so y'all can see it. And someone comment that in the comment section, y'all. What the axe forgets, the tree remembers. Can y'all comment that for me? Comment that. What the axe forgets, the tree remembers. I'm gonna put this up on the screen here on the YT. And we're gonna dive into this. So make sure y'all have y'all wigs off because you know that once we get started, the wigs will fly across the room. Let me put that up on the screen here. Boom. So this is a very, very, very important proverb, y'all. It's a very important proverb because what this is saying is the person who does the harm may not remember that they harmed you. They may not remember what they did. They don't remember how they did it. But the one who is harmed will always remember. Hear me now. The one who did the harm may not completely recall, remember, may not even remember that it happened to you or that they did it to you at all. But the one who receives the harm will always remember. Now, trees. This is something important for us to understand about the tree. Trees may not heal themselves in the way in which we are normally accustomed to healing. But trees do something called sealing and compartmentalizing. They seal and they compartmentalize, meaning they section off the area that is injured. So we're going to talk about us being like the tree and what we can learn from the tree. You see, the tree doesn't wait to start its sealing and or healing process. Let me say that again. The tree does not wait to start its sealing and or healing process. Are you hearing me good? After the axe has chopped the tree, once the axe done went into the tree does not wait to start the recovering, the sealing, and or the healing process. Nor does the tree wait for the axe to come back and apologize. Are y'all hearing me good today? Are y'all hearing me good? Hold on. Let me grab my fan because I'm gonna need it on this one. Hold up. Let me get my fan. The tree does not wait for the axe to come back and apologize, y'all. Tree don't wait for the axe to do that. Oh, y'all hearing me good? The tree is not halting its healing process or its growing or sealing process based upon whether or not the axe comes forth and says, you know what, I was wrong. Based upon whether or not the axe comes back and says, you know what, you was right. And you know, I did you wrong. I'm sorry. I'll change my life. The tree is not waiting for the axe to change. Again, what the axe forgets, the tree remembers. Upon the tree getting chopped, it does not wait for permission. The tree does not wait for permission from the axe to start the healing process. So why are you waiting for boo-boo to fool? Why are you waiting for boo-boo to come and apologize to you? Why are you waiting for boo-boo to fool to come over and admit that they were wrong? Why are you waiting for Pookie to come back and tell you and change their life? Why? Why are you in the process of doing that? The tree does not wait. And what you will do, you will delay the healing process. Let's understand what happens to trees. Listen, this is coming from Purdue.edu. Pay attention to this, y'all. Take note. It says that trees are incredible survivors in spite of the challenges. Come on, trees. Everybody in here on both YT and TikTok are trees. Let's continue, y'all. Hey, peace. Let's continue. Trees are incredible survivors. We are incredible survivors in spite of the challenges from pests of all kinds. Listen, y'all, here we go. Wounds attract pests. Oh, is y'all hearing me with both ears? Wounds attracts pests. Due to the chemicals dispersed from the exposed tissue. Are you listening? Wounds attract pests due to the chemicals dispersed from the exposed tissues. Listen to this, y'all. We're learning about trees. Listen to this, y'all. It says here, when the tree tissue is damaged, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. If you're watching me on YT, let me share my computer screen here so y'all can see this in real time. Because we want to see this in real time. Because we're learning today. Right here, it says when tree tissue is damaged or wounded, the newly uncovered tissue is exposed. And that is when to expect an attack. Hear me good. Hear me good. It says, I'm going to repeat that. When tree tissue is damaged or wounded, the newly uncovered tissue is exposed. And that is when to expect an attack. Are y'all ready for this message, y'all? Insect pest. The pests are drawn to trees in distress. This is what it's saying. I'm telling y'all the science. The pests are drawn to trees in distress. So let's break this down. Why you need to keep your frequency high. The pests are drawn to distress. The anti-energy is drawn to distress. The reason why the people start showing up acting a fool in your life is because you are resonating with them and they are resonating with you. You are at a low frequency. They are at a low frequency. That's how some of y'all got y'all last relationships that were trauma bonds, because y'all were resonating at the same frequency. One of hurt and exposed wounds. And so the reason why you must get the healing process started, the reason why you must not wait for the axe to start healing the tree is because, let's continue, the insects, the pests are drawn to the trees in distress and began feeding on the tissue and the weakened tree. Upon allowing, if the tree was waiting, upon allowing the insects to continue to eat the exposed wound, I'm reading from Purdue.edu. If you're on my YT, I have it up on the screen. If you allow the pest to keep eating from the exposed wounds, meaning you allowing Boo Boo to fool and Boo Boo mess up, you allow Pookie, You move on to Pookie, then you move on to this one and to that one and to this person and that person and that person without ever doing your work. The tree becomes infected with disease. The tree becomes infected with disease because of the pests that are engaging with inside of the tree, inside of the wound. You cannot be a tree waiting for the axe to come and heal you. Why are you waiting for the person that harmed you to come back and heal you? Why? Why are you waiting for the person that harmed you to come back and heal you? Y'all got to watch this now. The tree does not wait. What the axe forgets, the tree remembers. The tree does not wait. Now, let me tell you what the tree also... Oh, well, hold on. Let me finish reading this. The disease now... So now we've already got the pest because we got the wound open so long because we're waiting for the axe to come heal it. We got the wound open. Oh, Mr. Axe. Oh, yes, wait a minute, Mr. Axeman. We want the axe to come. We're waiting so the wound is open. The pests come instead. And now we are diseased. Now let's talk about what the disease starts to do. The disease affecting trees will introduce enzymes into the cells. Listen, the disease affecting the trees will introduce enzymes into the cells, digesting living tissue responsible for food and water translocation, or the structural support, resulting in unhealthy, unsightly, or unsafe trees. Did y'all catch that? Because we have allowed the pest, because we have allowed the anti-energy to invade and stay, now we have a disease operating within the tree, in which the tree itself starts to digest and destroy its own structural support, leading to the death of the tree. Y'all. So to prevent this, hear me now. Hear this. To prevent this, you need me to repeat that? The disease, because we've let the pest come in without healing the wound, the disease affecting the tree will introduce or start producing enzymes that digest and destroy all the tissues that's responsible for the structural support. So because we let the anti-energy, because we let the boyfriend back, because we let the girlfriend back, because we married him for the third time, because we married her for the fourth time, because we have overgiven, overcommitted, and over-excused bad behavior, because we have thought more of other people than we have thought of ourselves, because we have become addicted to the suffering, we start to tear apart and destroy ourselves. And this is how it shows up. Here we go. This is how it shows up, y'all. You see, because what the tree does to heal itself, the tree starts compartmentalizing. The tree starts to shut off and sector off. Let's define compartmentalize. Let's define compartmentalize, because I want us to get this clear now. Compartmentalize means to divide into sections or categories. Okay, so the tree starts to categorize the trauma. Somebody put in the comments, categorize the trauma. Categorize the trauma. We're teaching today. The tree starts to categorize the trauma. Categorize the trauma, y'all. Put that in the comments. Categorize the trauma. Now, y'all, why is it important for us to categorize the trauma? Why would that be important? The reason why you need to categorize the trauma is because if you are not careful, you will start anticipating any person that comes up to you. You're going to automatically label them as a threat. Everything that touches the tree is not trying to cut it down. Hear me. Because the tree cannot, because of the trauma from the axe, consider the squirrel or consider the bird or consider its own bark just because it touched it like the axe did, as that's trying to cut me down. And as the disease will start to destroy the healthy supportive structures, this is how you start cutting off friends. This is how you stop being close to people, because you start putting everybody in that trauma category. And that's not the case. You got to categorize the trauma appropriately. Meaning, if you have had a bad experience with a bald black man, you should not meet me in person and run the other way. That would be an unreasonable thing for you to do. Hey, hi, I'm Darcel. You should not run the other way. You cannot categorize. You must assign. Assign meaning somebody said, he throwing shots at me. Yep. But that's what the dis-ease does. You start to group everything together and you start to use the dominant negative thought patterns. Everybody always doing this to me. Everybody always this. Everybody always that. I don't ever find nothing. Everything I try to do, all or nothing thinking, that's a part of, that's one of the dominant negative thought patterns. Okay? Starts to compartmentalize and say, wait a minute. This was at that time. This was when I didn't know myself. This is before I got in alignment with my higher self and my spirituality. This was me mimicking what I learned in my household. I am not going to hold myself accountable for what it was I did not know. Compartmentalize. Let's be clear about what this is about who you were when it happened, what you knew when it happened, and give yourself enough compassion and grace, because you can only do what it is you know how to do. But let's be clear. So now, if you notice, the tree does not start to take vengeance on axes. The tree does not take vengeance on axes. The tree does not do that. The tree does not begin to take the vengeance out on axes. Because, is y'all ready for this? The axe is made of a tree that was chopped down. Are y'all hearing me? The axe is made of a tree that was chopped down. Listen, y'all. Well, to knock my thing off. Hold up. I done de-scalped my chair. My chair wig done flew off. The axe, y'all, is made from a tree that was chopped down. Even my chair's wig flew off on that one. You understand it? I know. We got to get clear on this, y'all. We got to get clear on it. Not the chair wig. Yes, the chair's wig flew off. The chair could not take it. We got to get clear on this, y'all. So the tree is aware that the only reason why the axe is able to be an axe is because it was once a chopped down tree. Y'all. So are y'all trying to hex everybody for every single thing? You're wrong. All y'all trying to shake rocks and blow smoke on somebody? You wrong. Because the axe, y'all, is only able to be an axe because it was a chopped down tree. And now this is the thing. Can you be upset? Here we go. Chair, hold on to your wig. Is your wig glued on? Let me check with my chair, y'all. Chair, is your wig glued on? Okay. Can you be mad at an axe for doing its job? Can you be upset at the axe for doing its job? You cannot be upset at the axe for its purpose. Yes, I do have people pretending to be me. I never message you. You have to book with me. Cannot be upset at an axe for being an axe. It is an axe. Boo Boo was a lesson. So it is your job to reiterate yourself. It is your job to recenter yourself. It is your job to reiterate to yourself that what the axe forget, the tree remembers, but the tree remembers more. The tree remembers. Listen, you used to be a tree, boo. You used to be a tree. The tree remembers that. But you want to know something, y'all. Even when you chop down a tree, even with a plant, even if on surface level they chop you down, my question is, how or what are you rooted in? What are you rooted in? Because as long as you are grounded, come on somebody. As long as you are grounded, as long as you are in good soil, they could chop your limb, pluck your leaves, chop you in half, but the roots, baby, stretch far and wide. The roots, it is still a tree. And it may not come back next week. May not come back next month. But baby, because it is grounded, even though it's been plucked, chopped, cut, sawed, it is still a tree. It is still a tree. Still a tree. So are you going to recognize that you are a tree today? Are you going to tap into your knowing? Because trees represent wisdom. Trees know. Trees know. Trees represent wisdom. And wisdom understands purpose. The tree does not try to attack the axe. What the tree does is start sealing the wound. This is called boundaries. The tree starts to seal the wound. This is called boundaries. Once I get done with my healing, I am removing you from the opportunity to infiltrate this wound again. You do not have the opportunity to do that. Sealing. Let's get the boundaries in order. The tree is wisdom. The tree understands purpose. You see, because right now in your life, you can look at the circumstances, you can look at everything that has happened, and you could keep rehearsing your lines over and over again and falling into the same place, the same energy of low frequency. You can keep falling into that same cycle because you have not found the purpose in that pain. You have not found the purpose in that pain. You have not discovered the breakthrough in the breakdown. You must look for the lessons. In healing wounds, they cover it, baby. It's a boundary. That's what Band-Aids are for, what bandages are for. Boundary. I am creating a boundary between me and you because right now I understand that my wounds are exposed. So I'm going to institute a boundary here so that my wound does not become infected. Because if I let these axes keep chopping on me and opening up myself up to be chopped, I will end up with a disease within myself that is going to start operating on its own. I'm going to start turning away friends. I'm going to start blocking opportunities. I'm going to start vibrating low. And therefore, my internal environment is going to start projecting to my external environment. And my life is a mess out here because I have allowed dis-ease to infect my wound. So this is what you must know. As the axe does not wait, as the tree does not wait for the axe to heal, you must today, right now in this moment, make the decision that I am not reliant upon someone else for my progress. I am not relying upon someone else to get it together for my peace. I am not relying on somebody else to get it together for my healing. I am not requiring anything of anybody but me to get myself together. Why? Because just like the tree, the mechanisms, that seal the wound is innate and natural to the tree. You see, the tree knows and acknowledges that it can heal its wound. Are you going to act like you know? Act like you know. Act like you know. Are you going to act like you know that you have within you the mechanism, the automatic ability, the God-given ability to heal your wound? Are you going to act like you know that your intuition will guide you to those that can assist you in this process? Are you going to act like you know that? Because that is the truth. And I'll tell you this. The purpose of an axe is to chop down trees so that the tree can realize this. Hear this now. How else will the tree know of its miraculous healing powers? How else will the tree know that it is great and powerful and honorable and supernatural enough to heal itself if it weren't for the axe? How will it know? How will I know that you really? How will it know? The tree would have never discovered the fact that it is that powerful, that it is able to recover, that it is able to heal its wounds. The tree would never know if it weren't for the axe. It would never know. It will never know. So I'm not saying be grateful for the axe. I'm saying find the purpose in the axe. You must find the purpose in the axe. If you're wondering why you cannot heal, it's because you have not discovered the lesson yet. Look for the lesson here. Because most of y'all, hold up. Most of the axes in your life, you knew it was an axe before it got close enough to chop you. Most of y'all knew it was an axe. Most of y'all mamas told you it was an axe. Most of y'all's friends told you it was an axe. Most of y'all knew it was an axe, boo, before it got close enough to chop you. Most of y'all knew that the person was no good before it got close enough to chop you. Most of y'all knew that. What about when it comes to a father-daughter relationship? Absolutely. This is still, the principle is the same, the purpose. There's a purpose here. What is the purpose? What has come from that? What has come from that? You must look for the lesson. You must look for the lesson. A.D. Williams said, most of the time we know, we just think we'll be the exception. An axe is an axe, boo. An axe is an axe, period. But even then, yo, even then, you are still, I'm not even going to use the word responsible because you can be triggered for that. You are still able. You are still able to heal thyself. You are still able to do that. You are able, and you have been, but it takes those events, y'all, because this is what y'all don't understand. When you think about the things that have happened to you, because you're too focused on the nature of the teaching and you do not take the lesson, therefore you are not able to see why this happened and to see it manifest in a time where you could prove that that was a necessary thing to happen. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there were things that have happened to me that you couldn't have told me in the midst of it that this was going to be necessary for me. But if those things did not happen to me, for me, I wouldn't be on here talking to y'all, period. I had no clue that this was going to be my path. I had no clue. I never wanted to do this. This was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to listen. Hey, listen. I wanted to do a whole bunch of other stuff. I really did. This will be the last thing that I will want to do. Okay? But we got to understand. Now I wouldn't have had it no other way. But you got to get to this moment. The light at the end of the tunnel is only enjoyed if you make it there. And that is solely on you because you are in control of your life. You are either in control or you are not. And if you want to believe that you are not in control of your life, you will always be at a deficit. You are in control. What the axe forgets, the tree remembers. So tree, remember. Remember. Remember, tree. Remember that there's a purpose here. Remember that there's a lesson here. Remember that there's always more to be seen and discovered. Remember your power. Remember your innate ability to seal. Remember. How do I not feel guilty when putting up a boundary with someone I live with? So guilt is really a wasted emotion, y'all. It really is. It really is. It really is. This guilt here that you're speaking of when putting up a boundary with someone you live with, let's start here. Especially as it pertains to family. We have a hard time, y'all, putting up a boundary as it pertains to family. Because we have been raised to believe that your family is all you got. I want to edit this and say there's a difference between a relative and your family. There is a difference between a relative and your family. They say that blood is thicker than water. However, you can drink water. Water can nourish you. Water can cleanse you. Honey, you hop in a boat on some water. Water will take you from continent to continent. And there's a difference. Just because they are in your blood does not mean that they are your tribe. There is an African quote that says, I even think Jadena, y'all know Jadena said this. He said, when you are in the village, you may be with your family, but your family may not be with you. That's what he said. When you are in the village, you may be with your family, but your family may not be with you. You may be with your family, but your family may not be with you. So what we have to understand is, y'all, we are spiritual people. We are spirits who have a body. Some of the people that you are related to is only because you have a body. But what you are is a soul. That's what you are. So the body and the soul don't always have anything to do with each other. And when you get that understanding that you do not deserve, you do not have to take hurt and harm from people just because they are related to you. Because if your family is not acting like your family, perhaps it is because in the village, you may be with your family, but your family may not be with you. So find your community, find your tribe. Be around the people that make you feel better about yourself. Because your environment is everything. Especially spiritual people who are sensitive, your environment is everything. If these people don't make you feel good, don't hold on to them folks. Don't be around them people. But you must be at peace. You must part ways peacefully. And the only way to do that is with understanding. That's the only way to do it. Do it with understanding. Don't do it with spite and hate in the heart, because then you're not healing or growing from anything. Get clear about the lesson, because sometimes some of these parents' only job is to get you here. That was the only purpose. How do I know? Because some of y'all babies' daddy's only job was to get your child here. Okay, good people of ours, of the inner lighthouse. I have y'all wigs. You are able to collect your wigs at the door. The wigs are located at the door to your right. The wigs will be available for pickup at the door to your right. The wigs, the wig, the wigs, the wigs will be available for pickup at the door to your right. Oh, just keep it. Somebody say just keep it. Okay, the wigs will be donated to a charitable cause. We have collected so many wigs here at the Inner Lighthouse that we are now opening a Wigs R Us. We have collected enough wigs to open a Wigs R Us. So if you're wanting to go and grab your wigs, it may just be too late. Okay. And the kitchen, yes, Wigs R Us. Please go to wigsrus.com to grab your wigs and do it quickly because they are up for grabs. Y'all, I've decided that I'm gonna do the lives like this where I'm doing it on TikTok and I'm doing it on my YT, on my YouTube. Links in my bio to get there. Everything's underneath my name, Darcel Andre. Okay. Wigs R Us is hiring. No, it's not hiring. It is ran by bots. We have robots operating. We have robots operating Wigs R Us because some people have signed on to work. We've had it in the past, and they were trying to steal their wigs back. So we had to put those provisions, in line to prevent people from taking their wigs back unauthorized. Okay, so that is the reason why we are not hiring humans, because it's been a lot of attempts made to take the wigs back and the numbers don't add up at the end of the day. So we're not hiring. It was your favorite wig, perhaps. Perhaps it was. But I love each and every one of you from a light field place. I want y'all to know I just released my spotlight oil. My spotlight oil. Oh, I don't know if this camera's gonna focus. Y'all gonna focus on YT? YT, they're not gonna focus. Click the link in my bio, y'all, to go and grab this spotlight oil. This oil is to help with focus and concentration and clarity. So if you have a hard time focusing and concentrating and getting your priorities together, the spotlight oil is for you. It is my conjured and spelled oil, so you want to get those. I also have golden oil. I have all types of oil, honey. Oil for money and finances. Oil, the one y'all need to go and grab is my fiery fortress oil. That's the one y'all need to grab, because y'all got a lot of energies and frequencies around you. My fiery fortress oil puts a fiery fortress of protection around you. Okay. I have that. I have golden oil for wealth and prosperity. I have sun set oil for peace and purification. I got illuminate oil to attract positivity for happiness. I got candlelight oil for love. And honey, the children are buying them. You see, you have to be careful with the girls because they also smell great. So while the manifestations are on their way, they smell great in the process. Hi, Ori Goddess. Hi, everybody. Okay, peace, y'all. Those who are members of my Patreon, y'all need to go. If you're not a part of the Patreon, I encourage you to do that. It is the Inner Lighthouse, and you can find it at the link in my bio. I encourage you to do that. Do that there. Do that there. Do that there. Do that there. I encourage you to do that stat. Okay, because we will be having class in Patreon. I will not be on at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time because I have a session. It'll say when you go to the link in the bio, it's a candlelight oil, Cheetah. Oh, and I have moonlight. I have my moonlight oil, which is for dreams. So if you're a dreamer, you want to enhance your dreams, honey, I put that oil on me when to sleep. And I had like 12 dreams that night. I said, dear God. Okay. So y'all want to get that. Set your intention with the oil and use it. Okay. Anyways, go and join the Patreon members. I'm not going to be on at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to be on at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time because I have a session. Had someone to reschedule. Okay. So I encourage you to do that. And Patreon, the new schedule is going into effect on November 12th. All right. November 12th. So be prepared for that. And if you are on TikTok, all of my beautiful, wonderful followers on TikTok, my residents, Lighthouse member. No, you're not resident. You join the Patreon, be a resident. To the guest in the Lighthouse. If you want to watch this live back so you can perhaps gather your wig back, you can go to my YouTube and it is posted on my YouTube. Darcel Andre everywhere, baby. Okay? I love each and every one of you from a light-filled place. Go forth and conquer and return to yourself, your environment, your community, to the spirit of harvest.